Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, and we have a new filming setup, sort of. We are outside on my deck. It is very bright and shiny out. It's about 7 p.m. I don't know why I'm looking at my fake watch. I do that kind of stuff all the time. But the sun is like right over here, so I'll be keeping my sunglasses on the whole entire time. I'm going to do my best to keep an eye on the actual camera lens so I don't get blinded, because ain't nobody want that. But let's just jump into it. So I attended the last Warped Tour for my area of 2018. I went to the one in Burgettstown, PA, and that was July 16th. I believe that's the right date. It was a Monday. So I got up way before my alarm, got dressed, got ready, left, went to go pick up Taco Bell, went to go pick up Taylor, and then we drove out to Burgettstown. It took us about... Realistically, it should take us like maybe about 45 minutes from Taylor's house to get there. It took us over an hour. There was a lot of traffic. I feel like there wasn't as much traffic as it was last year. I think it's because people were over like the hype that's supposed to be the last Warped Tour and blah 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 blah. So I'm sure like everyone, their mom was there because they're like, I went there as a kid. I should do it before it doesn't exist anymore. That kind of a thing. Fun fact, this was my second Warped Tour I've ever attended. Last year was my first one. I just never went. Which is surprised because I think maybe like, I don't know, maybe like 5 years ago, the youth headlined the one. But I never went to it. I guess just because probably A, I didn't have a car at the time, or B, I didn't have anyone else to go with, and I'm just not a person that goes somewhere by themselves. It's a personal choice. That's all it is. So anyway, so we're trying to get in, which by the way, the traffic is massive, okay? So we ended up taking like the first exit we shouldn't have, so then we were just like stuck in this crazy traffic. At one point there were like parents that were dropping off their kids kind of a thing, that kids would start getting out of the car and just like walking the Warped Tour, whatever. So we get there and we finally get towards the parking lot area, and I kid you not, it took us like an hour from the entrance to actually park my car. It was ridiculous, and I'm stressing out the whole entire time because one of the things that I wanted to do this Warped Tour was meet Mayday Parade, because they're one of my favorites. In case you didn't know, they're one of the 5 bands that I listen to. So if you don't know me as a person, I basically only listen to like 5 bands or so. I mean, it's just a personal choice. It's what I like, you know. It's just who I am as a person. It's what I like. Anyway. So I'm stressing out like the whole time. I'm like prepping Taylor before we get out of this car, which by the way, I ate my Taco Bell, was sitting in this traffic waiting to get in. So I ate my whole Taco Bell. It was great, by the way. Nacho fries are back. So good. Anyway. So I'm like, I am ready to get out. So we get out of the car, and like, we're just like trucking it. Like, we're just like, we're going. We know where we have to go. We know what we have to do. We have to somehow make it to the Full Sail tent, which is where they were signing at 1:15, and it was like 2:45 when I finally parked. It was insane. So we get in, we go, and we make it. So first we stopped at the Mayday Parade merch tent because we didn't know where the Full Sail tent was. Well, Taylor stopped there first. I had to go to the bathroom because I've been basically driving for 2 hours. Okay, I had to use the bathroom. So then we go, and we make it to the Full Sail tent, and then Taylor asked somebody, and apparently it was only for the first 50 people who bought a poster. Nowhere did it ever did they ever say, like on Facebook or on Twitter or on Instagram, that this was a thing that you had to do. Which, unfortunately, it does suck for me, because I was too late, so I didn't get to meet them. Which, you know, it's whatever. There's always next time. So, after that string of disappointment and trying to walk around the area to look at all the merch and stuff, oh my god, there were so many people. I was like, there's no way there were this many people last year. Like, at one point he even said it was almost about to sell out. What at KeyBank Pavilion and Burgettstown, like, when does that ever sell out? It doesn't. So anyway, so after that we go to sit down. So I have my handy dandy little list here. I wrote it down because, like I said, I'm terrible at remembering. I'm sorry, guys. So the first band that we saw like the end of it, which was Knuckle Puck. I kind of made it a joke. I'm like, oh, Taylor, did you want to see them? Because when I last saw Mayday Parade, they were opening for them. She was like, nah, I don't really care. But we ended up sitting down at the main stage, which ended up being just the Journey's left foot stage, I guess. You know, I'm not really good at my right and my left, but it was the left foot stage, okay? So we're sitting there and we're like, okay, we'll just sit through Knuckle Puck. And I was like, let's go see We the Kings afterwards. So We the Kings starts like right after them, but they were on the right stage. And we're sitting there and we're like, where they at? They haven't appeared yet. So we're sitting there and we're like, I think this is just the left stage. So like the giant main stage, whereas last year the split into the right and the left, flipped, whatever. It was just the left stage. So the right stage was all the way over the hill and in the parking lot area. So we walk over the hill, which by the way, that was mostly what this Warped Tour was for us, is going back and forth over this hill. It sucks. If you guys know the First Niagara Pavilion area, y'all know that hill sucks. So anywho there. So we make it over there. We make it for the last two songs, which were my favorite songs anyway, so it worked out in the end for us. And the last one Taylor actually knew, so that was fun. And then after that we stopped and we caught the last of Wage War. I wrote it down. I don't really remember them. Taylor really likes them. Taylor listens to all kinds of different music. I listen to the same 5 bands. You know, it's just who I am. Anyway, so we listened to them, and then we went back to the left stage for when Mayday was on. So basically, I just serenaded Taylor and everyone around me the whole entire time, because I love Mayday Parade, for y'all who don't know. And then, what happened after that? Oh yeah. And then, since we knew that the right-hand stage was on the other side, right as like Mayday ended, like I knew the end of a song. We didn't even like wait for, you know how they do like the end thing of like, oh, thanks for calling down. We were already trucking it over that hill for Simple Plan. We moved so fast, I ended up like hurting my ankle again. For those who don't know, I twisted my ankle like a month ago, and it's still kind of messed up. I'm sure most of you know when you twist your ankle, it's never the same. I feel like it's never gonna heal. It's not. So anywho, so then we make it over, we catch Simple Plan. And then, so that was, I really liked their stage that they had, like their whole show. Their last song, they ended up bringing on We the Kings, and the drummer went out to crowd surf, and the singer went to go play the drums. It was really cool. I liked it. I was a fan. It was a really good show. I'm surprised they weren't on that huge stage because, whew, there were so many people. And then after Simple Plan, we caught the end of Harm's Way. Yeah, like I said, I had to write it down, guys. I don't know. And then after that, I think right before that, we actually saw one of our friends. Saw hi. Hello. And then we saw My Child, My Bride. So this one was interesting. So, not because of the music. So, we get there. We're on like the side of the stage where like the speakers are, and it's pretty cloudy. Like it was expected to rain, so we were prepared for rain. So we're sitting there, and it starts to drizzle a little bit within like their first song. So then I grab Taylor's phone, I grab my phone, I have a plastic bag, I shove it in there, throw it in my bag. It's good to go. And then it like started to rain, but it wasn't like annoying rain. Excuse you, bug. It wasn't like annoying rain, it was like a drizzle rain. So throughout their whole set, it's drizzling. And it feels really nice because it's really hot. So I don't mind it. And then by the end of their set, it stops raining. Right? It's like, it's one of the things I'm probably just gonna remember for a while because I just thought that was so cool. Right after that set though, I do remember there was a person that like was walking too close to me and they brushed their arm up against my arm. So I felt like that sunblock, wet, ugh, that kind of feeling against my arm. Ugh, I hate it. Not a fan. Ugh, it was gross. Alright, and then after that, we went back to the left foot stage, which is the main stage. And I saw, we saw Real Big Fish. So we were just kind of like sitting there for a while. At that point, I was getting a little overheated, so I drank some water, ate my Cheez-Its that I brought, you know, try not to die casually. And at this point, I'm like, I'm kind of hungry, but I hope I can wait until we leave, because I don't want to spend $10 for chicken fingers, guys. I don't want that. So then we watched Real Big Fish, which they were a lot of fun. And then after that, Taylor left me. She wanted to see Amity Affliction, and then she wanted to stay for Chelsea Grin, which took me forever to grasp their name for no reason. I just called them Chelsea. Bless you, Taylor, for dealing with me. Cause like I was like, what? I didn't understand it was legit Chelsea Grin. Anyway, so she went to go see them, and I stayed there. I was like, I'm hot and tired anyway. I'm just gonna sit here. I'm gonna wait. And I saw 303, which, by the way, those boys are hilarious. It was a great show. I was shocked that I knew every song. I was like, oh, I know a couple of their songs. They're pretty fun. No, I knew every song they played. I don't know what it says about me as a person. And then afterwards, I went back to catch like the end of Chelsea Grin and picked up some merch for Taylor. Oh, by the way, I did pick up merch at one point. I have these sunglasses. Sorry guys, I'm like blinded. And then I also have a t-shirt that has like a heart and then skeleton hand, well, the circle with like skeleton hands in it. My only gripe is that everything is in men's. Sunglasses are in men's, shirt was in men's. Mayday Parade, you'll know most of your fans are girls. You've been putting out emo music for 10 years. Most of your fans are girls. Just saying. Any hooser. So then we ran into one of our other friends, and then after that we left. We're like, this is the last band we want to see. That's it. We're gonna go. So as we were leaving, I think Motionless in White was going on, and we could see as we were leaving the parking lot how huge that group was. Like the people, like the crowd, that's what I was looking for. The crowd of people that were there, whew, it was a lot. And then we're leaving, we're heading home, we're heading back to Taylor's house. And then probably halfway through our drive, it starts downpouring rain. I'm like, I'm so glad we basically missed all the rain, even though I was prepared for rain. But you know, if you're not prepared for rain, then it's gonna rain. So we were leaving, and then we sat there, and then we were eating at Burger King. And then we're like, you know, the closing act was Real Big Fish. I mean, not Real Big Fish. I apologize, everybody. It was Bowling for Soup. Whew. Does Bowling for Soup really have that big of a fan base? I had no idea. So I'm like, so the so-called last ever Warped Tour for my area, the last band to play was Bowling for Soup, and the very last song that closed it out was 1985. I'm still a little disappointed in that. I'm still a little shook. I'm like, usually, you know, it's usually a pretty good band. Last year, War closed us out, which was my first time seeing them, and that was great. It's just, it blew my mind. So yeah, so that was my last Warped Tour. I mean, not my last Warped Tour, but like the last Warped Tour, supposedly. Who knows? Apparently they've said this before, so who knows if it's really over. If it is, I had a fun past 2 years. And I didn't get sunburned this time. So, kudos to me. So yeah, I guess that's everything for this video. Hope you guys found this somewhat exciting, somewhat entertaining. I'll try to make a new video for you guys after this, so you guys won't be waiting too long. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day wherever you are. Bye-bye!